All right, time for the second update. It's 1 week that I spent working on RedFlags. Just like a small summary. I'm not sure how I'm going to cut things together, so I'm just going to pretend you never saw anything. So week 1 is complete. I validated 2 SaaS ideas with ChatGPT. The main intent is just to ship something. I want to build my first SaaS, software as a service, and I decided to go with the RedFlags, which is basically like a feature flag application that other small dev teams can use without implementing their own solution. What have we done so far? I asked ChatGPT for like the MVP requirements, so I was like very heavily leaning into what ChatGPT suggested and made my own tweaks. I poured everything into a Notion template, and the first week that ChatGPT suggested was research and MVP planning, which was like choose a stack, core users. I tried to put in some structure also with ChatGPT and with add-ons, so research proposals, some technical documentation, the stack that I'm going with, stuff like that. So more of the planning. And then I also came up with like the MVP plan. And yeah, I already changed a bit around, and I finished week 1 within this week, and I started with the backend build in week 2. I decided to go with like a Spring application, and just because I'm very familiar with Spring Boot and I want to get more familiar again with it. So that's the current state. I have created like the feature flag path itself. So there's like endpoints for getting a certain feature flag by a unique ID for the flag and by a flag name. So the idea is that, let's say you have feature Powerball, and you have a flag name Powerball, and you want to add customers to enable this flag or not. So you would have like feature flag name Powerball, and then you provide the unique ID, which is your customer identifier, and then you get a response of either true or false or a timestamp. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to use. And yeah, that's the idea. So we have an endpoint for getting a single flag with an identifier. We have a list of all feature flags. It's not filtered to the account yet, so I haven't tied the user to the flag yet. But that's the next thing. And then update flags and delete flags, so basic corrupt operations. And then what I'm currently working on is some kind of authentication. So I have a login and a register. And currently everything is in H2, so it's local. And if I'm running it, I should be able to run some curls against it. I started like a Postman collection, so we can test a bit and see a bit. So I have the register user, I hard-coded test user and test password for now, and we can see it successfully registered a user. Then we can log in this user, and we get a JWT token that we can set in our environment. Let's set this here. I'm not sure if this works, how this works. I'm just going to paste it here as well, like this. And then we have the flags all endpoint, which we can then query. And we can see that it does not work because we did not save here, I guess. And then we get it. So we need to update the JWT token. That's a learning for me as well. I mean, it makes sense. It's a new user, it needs a new JWT token. Yeah, these are the 2 flags that I create on startup. I want to add also creating a user on startup, but I haven't gotten around to do that. There were some complications that I have not figured out yet. And yeah, that's basically the progress update for week 1. I have the backend somewhat started, and next thing I'm working on is the Spring profile. So I want to have a dev profile and a prod profile, and I want to have an integration with like a proper SQL service somewhere, and also to deploy the server. Maybe I can get some insight from you guys. I was looking into render. ChatGPT suggested render. It looks like this would fully cover all the needs that I have. So maybe you guys have a better idea, or some other ideas that I could look into. Otherwise, that's it for the update for this week. As I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to edit and cut those videos together, but you will figure that out as we go, or I will figure it out. All right, thanks. See ya.